So make sure that you're making note of all of the people that are in the chat box. You can get to know your Evo family just by listening to introductions and checking out those who are in the chat box. It will help you be able to know where your fellow business partners are located and who you need to like and subscribe to and follow on social media, because we introduce our leaders that are on the line as well. Well, family, again, it is Sunday night. It is time to evolve our weekly Sunday evening company call. If you are new to Evolution Enterprises, again, I welcome you. And I want to remind you to set up a calendar reminder, a reoccurring meeting notice, so that you're always on time for our calls every week. We also want to make sure that you are letting your partners know about this call, your new business partners. Those new IBOs are getting a lot of information, but this call is definitely one of the things they should be on. As I mentioned earlier, be prepared to take notes. We're going to have an amazing training tonight, so we want you to be sure and take good notes so that you can take your business to the next level. I want to share just a little bit of information with you because we are Evolution Enterprises. And we're in partnership with Archer Travel Service, where we've established a home-based travel business that is affordable. It includes training and dedicated support, regardless of how you came into the Evolution Enterprises family, whether it was travel or through our wellness component or both. You are under a broad umbrella. As you can see here, Evolution Enterprises not only combines our travel arm that's powered by Archer Travel Group, but we also have a new wellness component in our E3 Wellness. But we don't stop there. We have philanthropic arms as well. We have our Evo Kids, where we give back to our young people and help train them to be entrepreneurs. We have a scholarship program where we help support the educational aspirations of our partners. And we also have our Evo Cares component, where we give back within our respective local communities. So again, when you became a part of Evolution Enterprises, you became a part of a vast family that is not only from coast to coast, but we are international as well, family. So just be aware that you are a part of something much greater than just yourself when you're a part of Evolution Enterprises. So make yourself known, make some friends, get to know your business partners and your leadership. I have the distinct pleasure tonight of introducing our trainers for the evening. They are a power-packed team. We are bringing up tonight some amazing people. So I want you to do me a favor as I begin to introduce them. If you don't know them or you've never had the opportunity to listen to them train, you are in for a treat. And I promise that you are going to get something to help take your business to the next level, whether it be travel or our E3 wellness component, because tonight's trainers are Derrick Velasquez and Ayla Camille. They are a true power couple in Evolution Travel. They are part of the Elite Eight. They helped start this company. They are top leaders. They are earning money all over in travel, as well as earning money with CBD. They are the masters of the travel party, and they are just amazing people. They treat you like you're part of their family when you meet them, and that is one of the things about them that I personally love the most. When I first met them and I was brand new in Evo, I was greeted like I was, a fellow Elite Eight. They were so personable to me that I was very impressed, and they are that way every time I see or hear from them. And so I want you all to listen up, because they're going to give some great wisdom tonight to help you take your business to the next level. So I want you to locate the chat box. I want you to get in there and welcome to the line Derrick and Ayla as they come with a great training for tonight, family. You are in for a treat. I know I keep saying that, but I'm smiling and excited already, because I always look forward to hearing the nuggets that they bring and the wealth of experience that they bring to the table. So family, I hope you're ready. Derrick and Ayla, are you available to take the call?
Yes, we are. How are you doing, Miss Deidre?
I am doing wonderful. I see we have an extra trainer in the back there as
You
well.
do. Hello.
Wonderful.
We got a
Yes.
special guest tonight.
I
We could
see.
have
Well, the
locked
call
her
is
up.
all yours.
Oh,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much. We appreciate you. Yeah, we couldn't lock her up in the cages with the dog, so we just put her right here with us.
We never do that, by the way.
But thank you so much, Miss Deidre, for everything that you do, not only for our call, but the leadership that you show, not only for your team, but for the entire company. We definitely appreciate you, and we don't take that for granted, putting your time and effort into not only the company, but the people in the company. So, that's what we represent, people over profit. So thank you again so much.
Thank you. Yes.
How's everyone doing? Are we doing well?
I hope so. We hope everyone is safe and healthy and happy amidst everything that's going on in the world. We really hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves and each other and practicing social distancing. And, it has been about 4 weeks now, right, since we've been on quarantine. And, for us, it's definitely been challenging because now we have an almost 16-month-old. She's going to be really, really good for us today, right? Right, Amaya? She's going to be an angel while we train. But I want to welcome everyone on the line and thank you for joining us today. You guys could have been watching TV. You could have been, what else? Outside in your backyard. You could have been on your phones and playing games on the phone. But no, you decided to be here with us and get some knowledge to hopefully help you throughout, this quarantine that we have left, and how many more days we don't know. But I think this is a really good topic for us to touch on, is how to succeed in your Evolution Enterprises business during this quarantine.
Absolutely. Like I said, hopefully everyone is staying safe. Prayers go out to anyone that has been directly affected by, maybe someone that you might have lost in your family. Prayers and, our condolences and everything. We have some of our Evo family business partners, family members that have lost loved ones. So, this is definitely a serious thing, but we want to always try to look at how we can be a solutionist, right? Or be of help to others. So right now in these, weird times, definitely we want to, it may be hard for some, but we want to find out how we can be effective and come out in a positive way out of this lockdown and shutdown. Right? How can we adjust to this? And Ayla and myself, during this time, it's been kind of crazy with her and, just everything going around.
And she's teething. Any parents out there? Leave any comments in the chat box of tips you have for teething babies, because Amaya is currently teething, and it has been, she was an angel up until her molars started coming in, but she has 3 of them coming in at once. So it's definitely been difficult. So we try to keep her occupied and with her cold things that we put in the freezer. But if you have any tips, please don't be shy. Leave them in the chat box. Right. We would love to hear those.
We need those tips from all the parents out there.
Absolutely.
So we want to take this time to focus on our business goals, right? What are some of those goals you guys have out there? Go ahead and throw them in the chat box. Maybe you guys want to, book more travel, even though that right now, people, we can't go anywhere, right? Everything is shut down, but we know that there's still people making the top list because there's people booking travel for the end of the year or 2021, even 2022, right? So what things are we doing? Maybe you want to become Marriott certified. Maybe you want to be a Jamaican specialist. Are you gearing up yourself to positioning yourself to get those certificates?
Right. And, put in the chat box what some of the goals are for you and yourself, or for your team, that maybe even before we've been on quarantine, you guys have already set goals. What are those goals? Because I feel like right now everyone feels like they're kind of stuck, right? Like with just the world, everything going on in the world, maybe, God forbid, your income stops with your plan A, and then things, you had to adjust to our new way of living right now. And sometimes when you get taken off your path, your goals kind of, change. So I think it's important that we all know what our ultimate business goals are with Evolution and get back to focusing on that, because we are going to come out of this quarantine, right?
Absolutely.
And the world is going to start up again and get back to what we say is the new normal. Right. So what are your goals that you can focus on right now so that when you come out of this quarantine, you know, you're either on track or maybe just a little bit behind.
Right.
But the main thing is that you're still on track.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest thing, is to stay on track with your goals.
Yeah. And, you know, right now with everything going on, it's so easy to just focus on the negativity, right? Because there's so much of it around right now surrounding us, and we have to be the person to protect our own mind, right? If that makes sense. So we want to be the person that we want to pour in. You know, can be difficult, but we want to pour in as much positivity into our mindset so we can push out these great business goals that we're trying to achieve. A lot of people, so someone said rub tequila on her gums.
That was Charles Lee.
Someone told me rub Hennessy on her gums. I said,
we're reading through the comments. Sorry, you got thrown off.
But yeah, so what is it, the things that you guys are doing, right? What goals are you writing down for yourself? It can be small goals, you know, maybe to talk to someone that maybe it needs an extra stream of income right now, right? We all know that we all work from home already, right? All of us that are in Evolution Enterprises, we're already a home-based business. So this may be able to help someone people have nowhere to go, right? Or they can't go anywhere. They might have places to go, but they can't go anywhere right now. So how are we making that time effective, right? And productive?
So I want to read some of the comments in here. Get to gold, build a team, gain clients to begin booking travel. That's great. Supplier trainings. There are so many supplier trainings out there that you guys can focus on. And
Charles said, just kidding, don't do that. No, I was really
no tequila on the gums.
No Hennessy on the gums or tequila. Okay.
Just keep the alcohol to us to help us get through it. Certifications, team building, rebuilding. Silicon Valley, yes, there's huge market out in Silicon Valley. And I think in California, in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley has been hit pretty hard with COVID. So, you know, there's a lot of people that unfortunately don't have something else to, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but they don't have a plan B, right? So building a team and helping people have a plan B. Help my team to see other ways to make money. Ooh, E3 Wellness. Who's focusing on their E3 Wellness goals?
Right. From what we hear, you know, our founder spoke about it last week, that, you know, we're still now actually seeing higher sales in the CBD section. So, you know, are you involved in that? Are you taking advantage of that? You know, people are, you know, trying to get more healthy, right? So does that help you in part of your business goals?
Let's see. Team building, training, future travel, team building. There's a lot of team building. And for me, team building, all that means is helping people.
Right.
And we'll get into that too. Take supplier trainings. For if there's anyone new on here and they're like, I want to take supplier trainings, but what type of supplier trainings? And if you're someone who has taken supplier trainings, please share it in the chat box so other people could read through it. They can take notes and start training on some of the things that you guys feel were the best certifications to get. So if you guys can help us out, help each other out, put some comments who you think were the best supplier trainings that you've taken so far. Because there's a lot of team building and travel trainings. Learning, absolutely.
Right, and you know, that's a big thing that I've been seeing on like Facebook. I follow a lot of like the multi-million-dollar earners and that we're marketing, and a lot of them are saying just as long, you know, as we're locked down and shut down and quarantined in our home, you know, we have to be where we're at in our house, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to continue to stay where we're at, if you know what that means, right? So when we get out of this and we go out back into the world, it's definitely going to be a different transition, right? Things are going to be a little bit different, but what if you now have 10 certifications or 5 certifications that you didn't have before coming in to the quarantine, right? Or what if you made 5 CBD sales that you didn't have, you know, coming into this quarantine? So those are, you know, a few things that you guys can kind of think about, you know, now writing down, well, since I've been able to be at home, I've been able to do X, Y, and Z. Right. It could be anything too. Business goals. It could be stuff that you have to do at the house. You know, me and Ayla, we redid our garage, so you know we still have a little house projects. But talking about business goals, you want to do business, and you could allocate that throughout different areas in your life.
Absolutely. And I just see a lot of team trainings and booking travel and knowledge. This is the perfect time to dive into everything you said you were going to do, but you said I never had time to do.
Right, exactly.
Because, you know, for us, even that, like he was saying, our house projects, we're picking a house project to do every weekend. And now we have no excuse, right? We would always be like, we don't have time, we don't have time. And now look, we have time. You have time now. So get on those travel trainings. Maybe even if you're brand new and you're like, I want to build a team, start researching people like GoPro, Eric Worre, how he peaks people, or how he, you know, he has awesome scripts out there that you can copy, literally rip off and duplicate is what we call it in this network marketing industry.
Right.
And it's a good thing is when you R&D, rip off and duplicate. Sell CBD, that's huge. We've had several new customers of ourselves because we've been telling everyone this is something that has truly been a lifesaver for us is our CBD going through this quarantine. For me, especially, you know, not having anxiety, it really helps calm me down personally.
Someone said Hennessy is working for their grandbaby Ray. Now I'm going to really have to take that into consideration at night.
She's doing good right now. Be certified, exactly, Dora. Be certified for when the doors open again to travel.
That's so true.
And it makes me really sad to see people giving up or quitting their business.
Right.
Because travel is not something that we can do right now.
Right.
But we are going to open up again. I don't know how many friends and families we have right now that are saying, I can't wait until I can go travel again. As soon as we're out of this shelter in place, that's out of this quarantine, I'm going to Hawaii.
Right.
His mom, his stepdad are like, where are you going? We'll pay for it. We're going somewhere. Maybe not a cruise, but we're going somewhere this year, if not early next year. Everyone is ready and I think already mentally on a vacation, right. Ready for their next vacation.
And salute to each and every one of you guys logging on tonight because and sharing this with your teams because, you know, you guys aren't giving up. You guys aren't quitting. You guys aren't making any type of excuses. You know, tough times are always going to happen, right? Things are always going to happen around our life. But what the thing is you guys are tough. We're all tough people. So, you know, we're going to get through this together. And this is why we have our Sunday, every single Sunday together. So we all need this, right? Because that week we're drained with so much stuff that is just draining throughout the week. And it's just like a reboot for your business and for your self-confidence. So, you know, if you guys are logging in every single Sunday, salute to you guys and make sure you guys get your team and more people on here because it can help them, you know, people leaving the business and people kind of just doubting themselves because of what's going on right now. But trust me, once we get through this, travel is going to be something ridiculous because now people are so locked down. Everyone is just wishing. You can see on social media, everyone's posting like their pictures on the beach, like take me there, right? Take me back, right? There's so many different things that you see that people are just itching to go. So just be ready. When the floodgates open, you guys are going to be able to book so many different trips.
Is that a challenge right now? Like a Take Me Back challenge?
I think so. I think I see the.
Okay, that's a good challenge.
Yeah.
We should do that. I didn't know
so
it was
let's
a
do
challenge.
It. Maybe we do an Evo
Let's
one.
create an Evolution Enterprises challenge on social media for Facebook. Let's call it hashtag Take Me Back.
Take me back.
So everyone pick your favorite trip that you took in the past and hashtag Take Me Back and get that going throughout your tag people in it and then tell them to do the same challenge, Take Me Back hashtag, somewhere their favorite vacation.
Yeah.
Because I think that will bring actually great things out of it. Like people will be see positivity on their feed. Right?
Yeah.
And then it's going to get them excited about travel when we can travel. So then if you get a conversation going with them, now they know that you're a travel agent. Get that conversation back with them.
Our Evo founder said the first Evo retreat.
Ooh, I love Jamaica.
Jamaica was so.
That was definitely my favorite trip.
That place is so dope, and the energy there, and the people there, like the culture there.
It was so fun.
It's so dope. I love it out there, and that they had the best Jamaican jerk chicken there. It was so authentic, like, you know, so when we think about traveling, it brings you back to that time, being cooped up in the house. It makes you just realize, how many different things are out there that we're missing out on.
So let's do that. Everyone type in the chat box, #take me back if you're going to participate in it. I think that's going to be fun.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's get some people involved in that. She wants to go on a vacation, see? All right, a goal not written is just a wish. How many have heard that before? So a goal not written is just a wish. It is very true, right? You have to write out your goals so you know what to focus on. If you're just saying, I want to be gold or I want to have an IATAN card holder, you have no way of getting there without a plan, right? So you have to write down your goal and have a goal date. And people who write down their goals are more likely to what?
To achieve them.
To achieve them. What
Absolutely.
am I? Achieve them, right?
Yeah, that was huge for us, doing personal development and learning through a lot of the people in our industry. And our founder, he has a lot of big goals and he's achieved a lot of them. And we always see them. They're written down on a little Post-it. If you guys look at his desk when he's talking, you'll see his Mac laptop, right, his desktop, and he'll have Post-its on there. And those are all affirmations of things that he's going to achieve. Those are goals that he writes down. And visually, every time he's reading those things, right, or we're reading our goals, they're going to come into fruition. So we just got to keep putting that into our mind. And, at the end of the day, by the work that we put in, again, you have to follow it by work. So, and action, right? So we have to take action on those goals. So start with maybe your biggest goal. What's your ultimate goal, right? Business goal wise, whatever goal it is. And then we want to break those up into small goals to achieve that big goal, right? So if you want to become, I've seen someone say, get to gold consultant, right? If you want to become a gold, that takes 42 people, right? You have 15 people that you bring into the business. So maybe you could write that on there. Do you have 15 personally sponsored? So what we say is we want to have at least 20 to 25, even 30, right? You want to build a long length of people, right? So 25, 30 people, because in this business family, people will quit. That's the easiest thing to do, right? People are going to quit. And that's just part of our industry, right? So you want to have 20, 25 people. And then out of those 20, 25 people, we just want to find 3 superstars out of those legs. Now, they're all superstars in their own right? Some people come into business for taxes. They come in for CBD. They come in for travel. Some people just come in for the social aspect, right? And they want something to do. But let's identify 3 superstars that really want to build this business with you and with us, that have the same goals in mind, right? So once we find that out, then we can kind of break that down, right? So boom, I have 3 silvers now. Break that goal down, right? Travel goals. Maybe you want to become an IATAN card holder.
Can I share something before you move on?
Absolutely, yeah.
Derrick actually did really great training on our YouTube channel, The Road to Gold. So if you want to become a gold and see how he broke it down, like on a whiteboard and everything, make sure you go to our YouTube channel and he breaks down everything of how to get there.
Yeah, and I was talking about travel IATAN card. So it's $5,000 of commissions for the calendar year, right? Now that was always one of our goals. We were so close the year before, right? We had like a little over 4,500 or something, 4,400. But is that one of your goals, right? So then boom, you got to break that down. How many cruise group cruise bookings are you doing? Are you doing all inclusive family trips? Everything has to be broken down so you can reach your ultimate goal.
Absolutely. This is a great one.
Right. This is the one that I'm still working on personally.
We are still a work in progress. I think we can agree on that, right? Time management. So you want to balance your business time with your personal time. And yes, that may cut into your Netflix time, right?
Right. There's so many good shows on Netflix, but you want to allocate, you literally want to put, like how we've been doing it, is in the morning when we're really awake, right? And we're alert. Okay.
I'll get into that.
Kind of get into that. But set aside already time for evolution, yes. Right? So no matter whatever else you got to do throughout the day, right? I know some of you guys, no matter what, you have to work out. No matter what, you have to take vitamins, right? So make Evolution Enterprises part of that. No matter what, you have to put that time into it. 60 minutes of your day is not a whole lot of time to put into your business that's actually going to give you something back in life, right? We have all these bills, and this is why, you know, a lot of people just need a shift in their mindset, because we have all these lists of bills, right? But if you think about it, that $69.95 that we pay for Evolution Enterprises, that's the only bill that's going to actually give you money back into your pocket.
Say that again, please. Because a lot of people, like Derrick said,
I don't think they hear me.
A lot of people, they're still trying to talk about taking it back.
People, see, everyone's still trying to travel somewhere.
They're still trying to take themselves back. But a lot of people look at $69.95 as a bill.
Right.
But this, if I pay my AT&T bill, that will not generate me income.
It's not going to.
When we pay our mortgage, that does not generate ourselves income, right? When we pay our car payment, that does not generate income. What bill on your list? Write out all your bills tonight. If you're even having a small thinking of like, this may not be for me right now, write down all your bills and ask yourself, which one made you money?
Right. That's a good one.
That's a huge one.
That's a good exercise to do. I challenge you guys to do that. That could be part of your, just do it one time before we get off of the shutdown, and you'll really see like, oh, wow, you know, I've been able to earn, or you can't earn. You know, there's a lot of money on the table. You know, David and Ron set this up to where we all can win together, and there's money already there that we can now capture and put that into our, you know, family's home, if that makes sense.
And if you're not making any money on that $69.95, that's when you have to look in. I have a prop here. You got to look in the mirror, right? Why isn't that $69.95 generating you any income? We all have the same access to the same vendors. We all have access to our same E3 Wellness website. It all looks the same. We all have the same founder. We all have the same CEO. We all have the same back office. Why is your $69.95 not generating you income?
Right. We didn't start out at a 1-star platinum, just so you guys know. We actually started out in the very beginning, same way everyone else did. So we just didn't come into the business and the founder put us at this position. No, we had to earn that position, right? So with earning, you have to put in some work. I think that's what's the different mindset, and that's a whole nother training, but the mindset from an employee mindset to an entrepreneurial mindset, meaning that it's the easy thing to go to work because you know what you got to do, knock it out for 8 hours, but it's hard to build a business straight for 8 hours, right? Because you're on your own time, you know? A lot of us aren't really business savvy, but there's so much information out there right now on YouTube to learn, right? That's why, again, going back, are we putting more knowledge into ourselves while we're on this quarantine, right? Are we going to come out with more knowledge, right? Knowledge is always going to be power. There's a never-ending roof on how much we can learn in life, right? There's so many different people that we can follow and listen to. So.
And think about it, that $69.95 can generate you income if you just stop one Netflix show a night.
Right.
Just take that one episode and say, you know what, let me just work on my business for 1 hour. And if I do that for 1 hour, I deserve to go watch a Netflix episode.
Right. Shoot, we cut our cable off. Because
we did cut our cable off.
We're like, you know what, this is a general, and you know, tell yourself, how much are you spending on cable?
Cable bill is ridiculous, first of all.
It's ridiculous. A lot of people right now, I mean, we go on our phones for a lot of the news, a lot of the stuff is all on Instagram and Facebook and the Shade Room, TMZ, like everything's on there already on our phones. So.
I honestly don't miss Comcast. I do not miss Comcast.
Yeah, we had DirecTV, but...
Oh, DirecTV. See, I forgot which one it was.
DirecTV.
But we had so many channels, we watched 2 of them, and one of them was the Disney Channel. I'm like, why are we spending money on this? We don't need it. Let's cut that back. Let's be more minimalist so we can be more proactive and more focused on our business, right? Take away those distractions. That's on our on this slide too. Limit your distractions. Right? Sometimes it's hard when you have kids, right? I know a lot of people understand how it is to have kids that are constantly interrupting you, but take some time out when maybe they're taking a nap if they're still young, or maybe they're outside and you say, go play outside for 30 minutes or whatever it is. You know, that's the time you need to focus on your business and make a schedule and stick to it. I know this is hard, and there's actually some people that are still working right now, maybe from home, or essential workers. And shout out to all the essential workers that still have to go in and are taking care of everyone. We appreciate you guys more than you know. But I'm talking to everyone who has now time, right? Let's make time. We have our weekends now. All those, just, I think, make a conscious decision. When you're going throughout your day, ask yourself, what I'm doing right now, this activity that I'm doing right now, is it going to help me? Is it going to help evolve me? Am I going to become a better person out of this quarantine by what I'm doing right now? And if the answer is no, then you need to shift your activity, you need to shift your habits, make a schedule and stick to it. Because I promise you, we can find time to work on our business, but it really takes time management. Oh, this is good. Right. Virtual travel parties.
We love these.
So, and I like how everyone is saying that they're looking at the $69.95 in the chat box. If you guys aren't reading the chat box, make sure you are. There's a lot of good comments in here. You know, $69.95 is an operating expense and a tax write-off. So even if you're not making income, at least use that as a tax write-off.
Right. We have a lot of nurses that are on the front line that are solely using this business just for a tax deduction. So
she said, not the shade room.
You guys know you look at the shade room. It's not just
Okay, so we are going to dive in how you can succeed in this quarantine by our favorite
virtual parties.
Virtual parties.
Yay! Virtual parties.
Who knew that Zoom would be such a big thing today?
Right.
Right? How many of you guys have been on a Zoom party with your family or did a birthday party on Zoom lately? Right? Well, now you should be using your Zoom for what? Travel parties or virtual parties, since now we have CBD to talk about. Yes, everyone's saying me. Just yesterday, absolutely. We were just on a Zoom actually yesterday too. So that's the new wave, at least right now. So why not learn how to do a travel party or virtual party? Why are virtual parties so important? I can't find the words to say how important it is to be sharing Evolution Enterprises, especially right now, right? There are a lot of people who have only and solely focused on just that plan A, their full-time income. You know, everyone who thought they were secure are not so secure, unfortunately, right, with everything happening. And a lot of people wish that they had a plan B to focus on right now, in this moment when they're stressed out looking at their bills and they're saying, you know, we actually have a lot of people who own small brick and mortar businesses that are shut down right now.
Yeah.
And they're hurting, right? They're stressing out. And even though there's like grants out there that they can do for small businesses, not everyone's getting qualified for those things, right? And what if you would have shared Evolution Enterprises with them before this pandemic hit? What if they were building this, instead of watching that one Netflix show, they said, you know what, let me just build on something extra, because all the successful people say you need to have multiple sources of income. What if you were that person that said, hey, do you like to travel? You know, do you keep your open mind about ways to earn additional income in your household? What if you were that person that just spoke up and said, hey, I have a better way? You know, you can be that messenger. And I get so passionate about this because this will be what year for us?
This will be our, 2012.
7 years, 7 years.
It'll be 8 years. Actually.
It'll be 8 years this November that someone came to us and said, hey, I think you guys would be great at this. I can't remember her exact words, right, but she invited us to something that we both were very negative minded, especially him. He was so negative. He's like, it's one of those scams. How much do I have to pay? You're coming with me. That was him. This guy that's preaching to you right now. That was him who said, I'm not going to go to that meeting unless you go with me. And if it wasn't for that person almost 8 years ago, where would we be right now?
Right. That was one of your biggest things too, to have a plan B, because, you know, we all know.
I was laid off a couple times.
Yeah, you did get laid off, that's right.
I got laid off twice. And
really, like, even now, you know, just like how we talked about it before, just remember when you were on maternity leave, just that Evo check that we built in the very beginning, you know, that really saved us. You know, that's what allowed him to watch Amaya grow. That's what made me stay sane. I didn't go through any type of postpartum depression because I had him to help me. And when I needed to go to the shower and cry, I had my alone time. You know, there's a lot of single moms out there, or moms that have their significant other have to go right back to work. Yeah, I got a couple of friends that they had to go back to work like within that next week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just the work, I already know now, the work that, you know, all you women and moms have to put in, that it's a lot of work. So, you know, it definitely can be tough. So, yeah.
I just feel like you don't know who you can help, and you have that gift in your mouth.
Right.
You have something that can change someone's life and could generate a residual income where, God forbid, something like this happens again, or God forbid, you know, they lose that income, you know, later in a couple years. But because you told them about it, and they were building this at a very part-time basis, and they did like to travel, they wanted to get paid on maybe just their own travel, or they liked CBD because it helped them sleep at night, and you were that one person to change the trajectory of somebody's life. That's powerful. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to do that part of the business.
Right.
That really makes me sad, because I know a lot of people have that like wall up, and they're like, oh, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to build a team. Like,
well, we were one of them before.
we didn't think that we could, but guess what? We kept the what?
We kept the open mind.
Open mind.
We follow successful people. You know, David has a saying. It's okay to follow.
It's okay to copy.
Copy. Wait, I'm butchering this whole saying.
I know. Founder, can you help us out? It's okay to copy
as long as you're copying the right
cat. There you go.
There you go. Because the copycat, right?
Yes.
That's what everyone always knows.
And we copy him, right? And I think it's just powerful what you can do for somebody's family, because you have to think about what's happening in the world right now.
Yeah,
it's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
That's right. And I feel like right now in this day and age, like at this very moment happening around the world, there are people that are, you know, stressing, waking up, going to sleep, don't know how they're going to pay their bills. They don't know, you know, what's going to happen tomorrow because they're financially hurt by what's going on. And we all have the solution, right? Evolution is a solution for people. So don't be scared to just ask somebody, hey, I know we can't travel right now, but are you thinking of taking a vacation when we get out of quarantine?
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna make a post as soon as we get off this webinar that says it's my favorite Jamaica picture. I'm gonna tag 10 people who are not part of Evolution, and I'm gonna say Take Me Back Challenge, and I'm gonna say tag 10 more people on this challenge, Take Me Back, and get that conversation going, right? That's all it takes, really.
Maybe you can even set up like an all-inclusive trip. Like, hey, I'm going right when we're out of here and things are a little bit safe to go. I'm out. Who wants to go with me to Cabo San Lucas? Who wants to go with me to Cancun, or wherever it is that your destination is? And boom, you got now a group of people that are going to go with you, right? Family, friends. It could be anything.
And also, you know, talk about CBD. You know, God, I'm so thankful that I have CBD to really help me get through this time during quarantine, right? Just start having conversations, because I promise you, people may not want to tell you that they're going through something hard, you know, but once you just start a simple conversation, you never know where it could lead. So going back to virtual parties, that's why I truly believe exposing this is not a benefit for you, but it can benefit so many people's lives around the world.
Right. A blessing is not a blessing until we can pass it on to others.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're wrapping up here, and weekly virtual parties poll. Now, do you guys do virtual travel parties right now, or virtual parties? Type yes in the chat box.
Would you guys like for someone to present for you, and
yes.
You just you do all the legwork and invite somebody? So what me and Ayla are going to do, right, and going to help everybody, right? We always want to help as many people as possible, as much people as possible. So what day works for you guys, right? Okay, I see.
Lynn is already, shout out to Lynn. She's doing them on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So who is inviting and getting on her virtual parties? Okay, Lawanda says yes. Tuesdays to Thursdays, Lisa. So if you're not already getting onto a virtual party, Derrick and I want to get those going back up as well. So maybe like on Tuesdays, Let's see. I would like help. Absolutely. Every day. Monday night.
So
Patrice says Monday night.
Let's pick a day that doesn't collide with anyone else.
Yes.
What day works best for you guys? And me and Ayla, we will do the virtual party for you guys.
Oh, okay. And then the main thing is all you have to do is invite guests. You don't have to worry about closing your guests or answering any questions for your guests. All you have to do is give them some scripts to invite to a virtual party.
Hey, what are you doing? Are you going anywhere? No? Okay, cool. Meet me on this virtual party.
Me either.
Meet me here, right? Send them a link. Let them know, hey, you know, would you be open-minded to bringing some extra income into the household?
Right.
Do you have an open mind? Yes? Okay, boom. Meet me here at 7:30.
Or whatever time it is. And if you're in the chat box, take a look at some of the leaders that are already doing this and then start inviting your guests. Just imagine if you expose this to 10 people and 2 people got started.
Yeah.
How powerful is that?
And, you know, it's always about exposure. Founder always says, how many times are we exposing you? You know, per day. Could be anything. Me and Ayla, we do a lot of signs right now. You can't drive anywhere, so we're not putting up signs. But before all of this happened, we were putting up, you know, 20, 30, 40 signs throughout the week. And it would be signs that say, become a travel agent, $99, or become a CBD store owner, $99, right? We would put 99 just to put it out there. It's good, looks good on the sign, right? When you post it up. So I see a lot of Monday, Wednesday, Wednesdays. Okay, so we'll pick some during the week then,
or maybe even Saturday mornings.
Yeah, we could do Saturday morning. Yeah. We'll do a poll. How about this? We'll put it on the Evolution Travel page.
There you go.
On the Evolution Enterprises main page, and we'll do a poll, and we'll kind of go through there.
And then also plug in your teams to the leaders that are already doing virtual parties. Make a list. This is the easiest way. Make a list of everyone that you ever spoke to. Maybe you already spoke to them. They said no already in your business. Put them back down on your list. Things have changed. Everyone's situation have changed. Maybe people who said no to you back then are a little more open-minded today, right? About making some income for their household. So we will put that out there on the page and then find out when we can do another virtual party that doesn't collide with other leaders.
Absolutely. So we want everyone listening to our voice to please be safe out there. Be well out there. You know, make sure you guys are doing all the precautionary things. You know, just stay indoors, you know, while everything's going on right now. You know, we want to make sure that we can get back out there and work. And, you know, not only that, just be humans. You know, it's like a human thing to like give somebody a hug or, you know, it's kind of weird for me because I go to my mom's house and I drop stuff off at her doorstep, or, you know, she cooks food for us and leaves on our, she has a chair, a little table setting in the front of her house, but she'll leave it there and like we kind of, you know, stay our 6 feet, but it's just weird, right? And awkward. So, you know, all of us want to get back to those regular things that we're doing, right? Just a simple hug and, you know, our mom or dad or brother, sister, you know, family member. So stay well, stay safe. We hope that at least one person got value from something today.
Yes, and we hope that you come out of this quarantine more knowledgeable, more confident in your business, you know, that you really took the time to become a better person out of this quarantine. You know, you don't come out of it like depressed and sad, and take this time to really maximize the time that you have, you know, whether it's spending time with your family, but carve out time to focus on your business. And I don't know if he's able to, but can we get someone on the line?
Yeah, possibly. Let me see.
Let's see. We may have a special guest that may be able to say hello. This is the cat that we try to copy.
All the time?
All the time.
Let's see.
Here's Amaya to look at.
If you're available, raise your hand, because we don't know if he's available. He might be.
Oh, I don't know if he's available, hopefully.
Okay. All right, we'll just hand it back to...
He was on.
Wonderful.
Whoa.
He might have logged off. We'll just hand it back to our wonderful host, Ms. Deidre, if you want to raise your hand so you could close us out.
Right there.
Oh, there he goes right there. Oh, there he goes. Bam.
We actually have him on the line, so don't leave yet, family. Hopefully he can say a few words.
All right, wasn't that an amazing training as promised? We always get such great value. Thank you again, Derrick and Ayla, for your amazing training. And so Founder needs us to unmute him. Is that what you all were?
If he has time, we would love to hear from him. Oh yes, he got his water. He's ready.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to the line.
Hey, Deidre, thank you. How are you?
I'm better than amazing. The call's all yours.
As you should be. Thank you. Thank you for holding us down tonight and being our glue. D and Queen, mwah. Amaya, mwah. Thank you guys. You guys know I appreciate you, and I always talk about, you guys mean a lot to me, not just business, but personal. And so it's good to be on here with you guys tonight, and I thank the family for spending some quarantine time with us. We don't have much to do, so we might as well be productive with it, family. And I just always like to hear Derrick and Ayla train along with the other leaders, because they always say things that I'm already thinking about. And, they talked about today, about how a lot of you guys are on here and you're fighting a good fight and you're not quitting. We used to always laugh and say, quit and do what? Like, what are you going to do? Quit and what? Go watch more TV? Like, listen to more news? I mean, quit and do what? So to me, there's really no other options. And it's so funny. I was looking at some of the checks from Friday, and again, I was reviewing them today. And, people always talk about different businesses and different things being recession proof. And would anybody on here like to know how to make a recession proof business? Anybody want to know how to be recession proof? If you do, say yes in the chat box. Okay, I see some sures, some yeses, and some sures and some yeses. And I'll tell you, the best and only way to be recession proof in this industry and in this business is the team build. 100% correct. I know it won't be politically correct, but it's real. If you want to be recession proof in any business, especially in the industry of network marketing, you must team build. People all over the world, all over the country, this past week, last month, you guys know we paid a large residual pool last month. We did the same thing again Friday. Not to throw Charles and Nicole's business out there, but they made $12,000 on Friday and they didn't leave their home. There wasn't a travel commission. They built. They team built, they built people up, and in turn, people build other people up, and in turn, that's what builds your business. We don't have to sugarcoat it. We don't even have to talk about it. If you want to be recession proof and guarantee yourself financial freedom, you have to team build, guys. I'm not saying that that's all you have to do in this business, but if you want to make sure that every month your check looks like it's supposed to, and at the end of the month, you have more money than month, you have to team build. I promise you. And again, that's not all you have to do, and it's not an obligation. We always say it's optional, but Val and the Travel Squad, their organization, made shirts that said, "I choose optional." I wear that shirt proudly because I chose optional. I got into this industry in 2013. It was so funny. Derrick and Ayla were talking about their journey and when they started. I started this industry in July 2013 in my very first company, and from then to now, I made millions of dollars in this industry, and I promise you, it's from team building. Real talk. Like, this is not the sugarcoat session. I promise you it's from team building. Now, if you want to book travel, that's absolutely amazing. We have some top level bookers that are IATAN card holders year after year after year, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But in a time like this, when people are saying that travel's down, we have two things that we can focus on: CBD and team building. Shout out to Nicole. I believe now she's at the top of the CBD building list, right? Or the sales list, because she's always trying to find out how she can be better. So when we look at how this industry can change your life and change your situation, I promise you, you cannot go wrong if you team build. And the funny thing is, not funny in a bad way, but it's so ironic. A lot of you guys on here have had people that told you that your business wouldn't work, that it wasn't worth your time, and why are you doing that thing, and it was a scam, and all that other kind of stuff. Now these same people are unemployed. They're unemployed. We have 50 people, over 50 people in the company that on Friday earned more than the average Social Security check, and they didn't have to wait till they were 65 to get it. They had 42 successful conversations in their organization, and so when bills were due on Friday, they didn't have to worry about whether their stimulus check was coming. They didn't have to worry about if the furlough check was coming. They didn't have to worry about when the economy was going to open back up. Now, of course, we want all those things to happen because it makes it even more plentiful for us. But those people, all of those leaders that I'm talking about, they rested their head very, very calmly and very, very peacefully, knowing that they would wake up to that comma check. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, if you build this business and put as much time into this business as you even remotely do into working for someone else, you will not have to wait on the stimulus check. You will not have to wait on the government to save you. You will be able to save yourself. I promise you that. So I know that, you know, people are saying, oh, well, travel is down. Yeah, it is. CBD is not down. People need something for the anxiety, for the stress and all the stuff they're going through. Team building is not down. Ask Derrick and Ayla, did they get comma checks? Ask Charles and Nicole, did they get comma checks? Ask anybody in your leadership, gold or above, did they receive the comma check? Absolutely. And you know what's so funny about it? You know what they received it, right? They received it this Friday, but they received it on work that was already done, right? So what they've done previously is still paying them right now. Derrick and Ayla talk about Ayla not having to rush back to work or not being stressed out, you know, after Princess Amaya came. Why? Because she had made an empire that she built when it was $30. It was $30 4 years ago. 4 years ago, right? That's what you call return on investment, right? When you can make a small financial investment and put some blood, sweat, and tears, your time, which is your most precious commodity, when you can put that into your business, you look at this right now. I'm looking at the list right now. I could read it. I don't want to give out everybody's information, but I can read it. It's over 50 people that earned more than they would have made on Social Security, right? And we have a lot of people that at the 980 range, 964. So I know what I'm talking about, guys. I'm looking at the numbers. So when people tell you, oh, that's one of those things, so is their job. So is their job. You know, when they tell you, oh, that's not going to work, their job's not working right now. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful because I know it's a trying time for a lot of us. I'm just saying that there's comfort in team building. There's comfort in partnering with some people that have the same vision as you and building something that can't be torn down, not even by this virus, right? I really get passionate about it because I know what this industry will do. I know what it'll do for you. I know what it did for me. When I had no idea how the heck I was going to make it, I believed in the industry because I was forced to. And now because I didn't have a crutch, I didn't have anything else that I could go back on. I didn't have something else to say, okay, well, you know what? I can do that instead of this. If I wanted to have success and I did not want to sleep outside, I had to build a network marketing at the time. It was really, really simple. So when you look around and you see the leaders that are having the massive success, it's because they don't have a crutch, family. They don't. There's no, oh, I can take today off. Or you know what? I don't want to get a no today, so I don't have to talk to anybody. They do not have that. And some of us that, or not us, because I don't know how to clock in, it gives me highs. But for a lot of our leadership that have jobs, they hate those jobs. They go for the benefits. They go for the insurance. They do not like to be there. That's why they're having the success. They understand that this can take them away from that. So when they're laid off right now or on furlough or are doing whatever it is because of the government and their jobs are not in the right position right now, they don't have to wait on someone else to save them. They've saved themselves. They've partnered with us and we save each other. There are people on this line right now that will tell you their organization may not be as large as it was last month, but their check was the same, if not higher. Because it's not just about you and your team. It's about the whole company. We're the only company in the industry that does what we do. No one else pays out a residual pool. So guess what? This month, if you had 25 partners instead of having 40 partners like you did last month, guess what? Your check was actually higher. Our silvers made more this month than they did last month. And some of them have smaller teams, right? So this is the real talk session, guys. If you want to be recession-proof, build your business. Build your business. Shout out to our double gold consultant and frontline extraordinaire. She was a nurse, and I hope that she does not get upset with me about putting this out right now. She contracted the virus, right? Because she was on the front line as a nurse. When she was in the hospital and could not or could barely breathe, you know what she knew? What she could take solace in is that evolution was going to pay that residual still. She knew that no matter what, evolution was going to pay the residual still. And God forbid if something else had happened and she would not have made it back to this side of the pillow or this side of life, we were still going to pay that to whoever she had lined up next to pay that. Guys, trust me when I tell you that you don't need anything else other than this business. Set your mindset and make a commitment to those who believe in you and to your family. Say, you know what? I'm not going to cheat on you. Quit is laughable. Quit and do what? Get another Netflix binge in? That's absolutely ridiculous. What are you going to quit and do? This is the time right now when you don't have anything else to do, when you can focus on your business. Trust me, there are people out there right now who need what you have. Ayla said it, she hit a home run. She said, you have a blessing in your mouth right now. Everyone on this line does. Everyone on this line has a blessing in their mouth right now. Share that with someone. When you stop looking at this thing like a bill, like Derrick said, and looking at it as your future and the cost to do business, it's laughable. One of the trainings that I remember the most was, it was last convention, one-star platinum and founder council member, Nina Mitchell, got on stage and said that when she was building her business, a lot of times she put other financial obligations to the side to be able to continue to participate in evolution. Ask her how that's working out now. That's a hell of a return on investment right there. Let me tell you that. When you say, you know what, cell phone bill a little bit high, power bill a little bit high, you know what, but I'm not gonna miss this evolution payment. Let me take a payment plan or a payment arrangement on something so I can continue to keep my business open. Family, I promise you, I've never not been qualified in my rank, and I have never, ever, ever in my history had my business off. No one has ever been able to go to my website and it not be on, ever, and they never will. When my website is not on, it's because none of them are on. The whole damn system's down. I don't even know what that means. I'm never out of business. My doors are never closed. My lights are never off. Everyone on this line should have the same posture. You are a real business owner. While there's businesses across the country right now that are not open, yours is still open because you chose network marketing. You chose Evolution Travel. You chose Evolution Enterprises. You chose E3 Wellness. We're here still, paying larger commissions than we did before the virus. We're not going anywhere. All we need is to continue to have people like you guys that truly believe in what it is that we're doing, circle your wagons, lock arms with each other, and I promise you, your future will take care of itself. All you have to do is have that type of commitment. Most people don't have it, so most people don't have what you guys have. I'm telling you, the government will not take care of you forever. The stimulus money's gonna run out. They're gonna fight to figure it out again. They're gonna inflate our dollar and print more money than we already don't have. That's how inflation happens. That's how the money and the economy gets watered down. That's how other currencies have now taken over, being worth more than the dollar, because we continue to do the same thing. I don't need the government to bail me out. I promise you they don't have to come bail me out. And they shouldn't have to bail you out either. If you put the time in on your business and make the commitment, stop worrying about who says what. Who cares? The person who says what is unemployed right now. They're watching you out of the side of their eye, I promise you. Continue to build your business. There are people out there that are looking for what you have and are looking to be partnered with people like you. I had a conversation with Evo 100 Gold Consultant, Terrell Boudreau, earlier in the week. And we were just talking about life and talking about, you know, how business works. And I told her, I said, T, you know what people misconstrue is they hear all the time about, you know, the Elite Eight. They hear about my Great Eight. They hear about, you know, the next ones that came, my Elite 8.5, which I call Sonali and Dwayne. And then they hear about, you know, how Valerie stepped in and filled the void. So, you know, she's, you know, basically mine now too, right? They hear about all of those people. But you know who they don't hear about? The 800 personal people that I put into this industry. They don't hear about those, right? Because sometimes those people don't make it. But what do you think? Is it what we built right now and what we have as an empire, was it worth going through all of those 800 personal recruits? All damn day. I would sort that deck a million times to find a Derrick and Ayla, a Tony Evans, a James Brown Jr., Nicole Lee, all the time. A Gail Woods, all the time. I would sort that damn deck until my fingers bled to find those type of people because they're out there. And family, you know what the trick is, right? Check this out. Oftentimes, they won't be the person that you brought into the game. They won't. When we first started, I didn't personally sponsor Derrick and Ayla. I did in Evolution, but not in our previous company. But you know what? I became a talent scout. I know where the work is being put in. Ask Derrick and Ayla, they'll tell you a true story. The very first time that I came and did a home presentation in their living room, they knew that they were in my organization, but they didn't know where they were in my organization. We put the screen up because they wanted to show, you know, what the back office looked like. And he said, you know, bro, where are we? I said, you ain't gonna find you on this screen. They had to scroll down 20 levels to find out where they were in my organization. That did not stop me from flying on my own dime to get into their living room because I know where the desire is. I know where the work is put in. I know where the real leaders are. right? So in our other company, the position of, it was called something else, but it's equivalent to platinum. There were 2 or 3 platinums on top of them, but I was still down in the trenches with them. I know where the work is. I know who puts the work in. So you guys will find your leaders, but it won't always be the person that you brought into the game. Understand this. If you don't get anything else from this tonight, family, understand that each person that you bring into this deal, it's not a person. It's a window into another network. That's all it is. So you work with that person. That person may not be the one, but you know what you do? You go down further. You get down in there because there's a star in there. One of the first things we learned in this industry was the saying that it says, even a dud can take you to a stud. Even a dud can take you to a stud, right? So when I meet a dud or somebody who ended up being a dud, who we thought was, an Elite 8 member at the time, you know what I found from that dud? I found a stud. I found 1-star platinum Valerie Rutherford, who then found Bianca Rainey and a ton of other common check earners. So it may not always be that one person, but trust and believe it's in there somewhere, right? Look, because we're talking about Corona and the virus and COVID and all that kind of stuff. That didn't start with 1 million people. It didn't, right? It found a select few who infected a select few who infected some more and infected some more. So I need y'all to go infect some more. Go get your evolution on. Go infect some more people. There's people out there looking for what we have, right? I promise you, if you stay committed to your business and really work it like a business, the success has to happen. The deal is too good, the people are too strong, the leadership is too strong. It only works if you work it, but if you work it, I promise you, everything that you want is right here. And you may not go on and make $1 million in evolution, but you can get you some commas and it'll increase your posture, it'll increase the people around you, it will increase your network so that maybe something else takes you to that $1 million or whatever it is that you're searching for. But if you put the commitment in, if a lot of us on this line, right, held on and talk to people on the phone like we trying to get through to the unemployment agencies, you go gold. Then you go platinum, right? We'll hold on for somebody to give us something that we think that they should give us, but we won't get on the phone and work for what we should have. Work the deal, family. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. You got people walking around with 6-figure earner rings from a $30 investment. Now it's 49, and we're gonna give away some more rings. Shout out to Platinum Consultant, Family Council member Patrice. She's gonna get her ring. Nikki and Charles are getting multiple rings, watches, and everything else. Like, continue to grind your business, family. So I just wanted you guys to really understand that. Use this time productively. Learn how to invite. We're gonna turn up the frequency on a lot of the leadership exposures and webinars and things like that so we can get you guys to have something to put the people in front of. Let the leaders do the heavy lifting. As new partners or junior partners, all we want you guys to do is be professional inviters. Let those that are making these commas and getting these bigger checks, let them do the heavy lifting. Let them seal the deal for you. I promise you, you can't get people that are on the fence in front of Derrick and Ayla, Charles and Nicole, and the other leaders, and they don't join the business. It's not gonna happen. They're too good at what they do. They're not salesmen. They expose and they show you the benefit of what we have. Everyone has time on their hands right now. Let's use it the right way, family. Thank you guys so much for being on here tonight. I absolutely love you guys to pieces. Derrick and Ayla, absolutely salute. Amaya, mwah. David, take us home, please. Thank you.
All right, wasn't that better than amazing, family? There's nothing like getting encouragement from the founder of the company. I hope you took home nuggets from every voice you heard tonight and that you put them into action right away. We thank you for taking time out on your Sunday to join us on our Time to Evolve call, family. Make this a productive week. Do something other than shift from the kitchen to the living room, back to the bedroom, and take your business to the next level. We've got the tools. They are not a problem. So now let's put them to use. With that being said, our Time to Evolve call is officially over. Have a great week, everyone.